For what, actually?
Hey everybody, welcome. Just firing up the queue here. And Jason's on the line hanging out too. Um,
Yo, yo, yo. And
I
everybody's missing
think
me.
that there's different things people do. There are YouTube videos on it. Some people will go through, and I think there are a couple of bosses you can solo, like just little things that are named but aren't really that hard to kill. So there's a couple of those, and then I think you can go in and pot. I know you can pickpocket all kinds of stuff, especially in that bar. Um, So I think there's a ton of pickpocketing, and then I think there's a place with like a bunch of lockers or something that you can lockpick as well. It might have one little boss in there. You might be able to evade him. I'm not sure, or avoid him rather. Um, but yeah, there are several things you can do in there. But the stuff that I've seen is kill a few bosses, pickpocket everybody if you want to, and open those lockers up.
Gotcha.
Might be some chests and stuff, and there's probably like mining or opportunities as well.
Yeah, I switched to mining.
But I didn't watch it too much because it didn't pertain to me because I'm not rogue. But I was just kind of wanted to see because it's kind of a notorious place where rogues just sort of hang out and
Right.
make money.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, Dave? We're just talking about a little BRD, rogues and BRD. Jason's about to check it out on his horde character.
Shit.
Close to these tabs.
Is it going downstairs?
Damn it! I got jungle.
Did I get support or did I get mid?
You got mid. Let me see here. Oh, I can do, maybe do, like, Rammus. Let me see what they pick. Oh, Fiddle's still pretty good, too. Any new technology with Fiddle? Back to Proto Belt.
Yeah, here. Is this where I get the MC to attunement? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, there's like an elf or something outside.
Yep.
I wasn't able to get it. I've run through BRD a few times with people from the guild, and I just hit 55 today. You have to be 55 to qualify for it. That's also the place where you have Onyxia attunement and Upper Blackrock Spire, or Lower Blackrock Spire, both of them. Attunement in there. What's up, Wings? Are people still up on that phase rush? Let me see. Or is it... Oh, Nunu's still got a high win rate. Okay, back to Aegis, Deadman's. And yeah, it looks like people are on phase rush. Okay. Need for Speed Nunu. And which second?
Who's our mid laner?
Cheap shot.
Aurelia looks like.
Yeah. That's my guess. Yeah, what's up, Vanakin? if we can get together another BRD, I did finally get the princess quest line. There are these boots that are like pre-raid bis that have dropped twice, but you're not eligible to loot them unless you finish this quest line first. And I could not figure out how to do the quest, and so we just ended up vendoring them, basically. It's like, damn it. Oh, whoa. Damn it, I can't sell. Well, I guess we're doing 3 pots. I forgot to get refillable. I don't think it matters too much. You don't really need them after the first clear anyways.
Oh, shit.
I guess you do get back a little bit of gold from selling it.
Oh, crap. I was like, wait, you're Blitz? I was like, wait a minute, you said you're jungle.
Yeah.
Guess we can counter this.
Yeah, if Blitz gets a hook. I don't know. We don't have Riven. Did they ward it? I'm not even sure if they warded it. Okay, I guess they just ran out the safe way.
Keep your eyes open for treasure.
Oh, what's up, Jay? I saw you invited a new hunter.
Find out what happens next.
Hey Professor, I sent you an email with the coaching sessions I think I want you to look at. No rush, please. The email goes a bit more in depth. We could have some good games. Maybe an op.gg reviews were just for fun. Can take a look at my thoughts.
Okay, yeah, sounds good, Dylan. I think I saw that like right before I logged on, so I'll read that and check it out. No, you could only carry over so many marks, and I don't think the honor is the same until the pre-patch drops. I could be wrong about that, but I think the honor system changes, so you don't really want to pre-farm it. I think you can carry, from what I remember, you can carry up to 20 marks, but the honor itself, I don't believe transfers over unless they changed it. But that was my understanding. So I'm probably not gonna, and I definitely want to be level 60 before I go into PvP, so.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't see it. I can't see it on there. But yeah, Dylan sent me a lot of stuff to look at, so. Thank you so much, Dylan. But yeah, I can't see the amount, but I assume it's probably pretty substantial. So thank you so much. We'll look at that. Jason's, if you're going to be on for a little bit, Jason usually only tunes in for a couple of games because of his work schedule, and then we can just do the as much as you want after that. Or we can do it earlier, whatever. Nice. Okay, Eve died. Wait, damn it, I didn't see. Did you see where she died?
I didn't, honestly, I was not even paying attention.
Okay.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yes. Nice. Yes, thank you so much, Dylan. We're gonna have you challenger by next week.
Hell yeah.
Maybe can't promise that, but we can definitely get you some help to move you up some. Okay, cool. Well, obviously you're super high priority for that. Oh, Raven killed Eve. That's what I thought. I thought it was topside, but I was too busy reading chat. The reason I wanted to know primarily was just if I could double scuttle her, which I did, so. She knows I did that though, so because I just ran straight through middle. I should have been a little sneakier about that. Maybe I could have killed Irelia. I just assumed I couldn't, but... Okay, yeah, she's top.
I'm backing.
Okay.
I don't know if that.
Eve might, or,
I'm heading.
Okay, yeah, she's right there.
She's way behind.
Yeah. She did take my golems, but whatever.
Eh.
She spent a lot of time walking there, too. Okay, she didn't get my raptors, though. That's nice. By the way, you should take refillable. This is not a new meta. I just accidentally took normal potions. It's not a huge deal, but... More like challenged. They are mostly AD. But... Oh, where's... Yeah, there we go. I want bombies, for sure. Okay, what is 2 bombies and boots? Bombies obviously a huge pickup. I think they're buffing it for next patch for junglers. I'll have to look at the patch notes again, but...
You know what would be fun, Willem? Everything! If you're there with me.
Wasn't tracking cooldowns. I think bottoms... Okay. I'd say I think their sums are down. How low?
She's close getting there. She's like 70%.
Fine.
You're talking to me?
Yeah. Sure if I'm gonna be able to get her or not.
Oh ho ho.
Oh, one too many snowballs.
The legend himself.
That's right. Singe is creeping on you. Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, let's just back up. If Singe is down here, I don't want to... Oh, God.
Am I gonna live? Oh, so close.
He's there, too. It's unfortunate.
I didn't think paint or Pike was gonna show up. They're on drag.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything about it.
Yeah, just gonna do it.
Maybe counter with Rift, that's about it.
Yeah.
Alright, nice word on Raptors.
She's right here.
Who is Eve?
No, really, yeah, she.
Okay.
You can't say new either.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Don't be afraid, Willem.
We're in the wrong place there.
I am not scared. Maybe just a little. Think the Krugs turned all those people into stone? One way to find out. Keep playing, Willem. No one can tell us not
I don't even clear the bottom side of the jungle. Maybe I can gank top, and if I can open that up, Riven should still be pretty far ahead. Yeah, she is. I can manage to kill Singe, maybe. Oh shit.
An ally has been slain.
Damn it. So close.
Okay, they're all coming top.
What would you do?
That's fine. I'll just go ahead and back.
That's behind your ears. What kind of adventure? Rumble, tumble, and crumble. Willow loves to crumble.
An ally has been
Oh my
slain.
god.
An enemy has been slain.
Battle is the song I came to sing.
Alright, I'm coming. I can drop Rift middle.
Rampage.
Eve's there.
Let's get in there and walk some stuff.
Where's Eve?
She was south side and river. I think she might be going
Has
bottom.
been slain.
No, she's behind you.
Enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
Damn, I didn't think she was that strong. I thought she was behind. Alright, Singe TP top.
Make way for the Yeti! Not a monster!
Enemy has been slain.
Okay. She didn't have her ult. I thought she was gonna ult in, but alright, that works. Okay, dragons in 50 seconds. Don't think I have time for golems. Jesus. God, she still had flash after all that. Alright.
An enemy has been slain.
Happily ever after all.
Damn, how is she keeping up with farmer? How am I so low on farm? I feel like I've just been turbo farming.
Will fall soon.
It is slower than it used to be after the bombies nerf, but
Unstoppable.
Oh my gosh.
get out. And they got first drag too. I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, cause they protected it last time. Yeah, Singed came down. I remember that now.
Before we can take the wall, first we gotta see it. I bet you 3 icicles I can fly. I just never jumped hard enough.
Alright, I got Rift coming up. the moment. I can maybe gank mid right after this.
It's okay to be
Yep,
sad
I can
sometimes,
mid.
Will.
Yeah.
That's how you know when you're happy.
Oh, she's top.
There's nothing for it but
Has
to
been
do it.
slain.
Claymore layer.
Careful, Ralio's rotating.
Yeah.
Gods are gone. The world therefore. Now flames are gone.
I'm rotating you guys.
Okay.
Slow down, Will. You're gonna cause an avalanche before I can.
Oh, really? It just came up. It's frustrating.
7. Heroes don't lose. Okay, now looking now. You're doing it, big first farmer.
An enemy has been slain.
We didn't want to hurt you. How come you didn't I'm glad you're here, Willem.
Red team has destroyed a turret.
I eat heroic deeds for breakfast. Now what's the first crugs? All in one go. Ugh.
Alright, we got drag up in 50 seconds.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Oh,
That other rhythm.
Shut down.
Okay,
My
nice.
flute's the melody.
And I really need to buy, but not sure if I'll have time. Is Eve? Okay, Eve's dead. Trying to find something to do with my time here.
That's as up as it gets. A real dragon?
Alright,
he was right here.
where's Tank? Where's Dead Man? Dead Man. Okay. That.
Do your battle cry, Willem.
I don't know where my control word is. Oh, it's still down there in a kind of weird spot. Okay, he's just
Executed. Killing spree.
executing.
Wow.
Shut down.
Baron's up. In a minute. Oh shit, I forgot. Okay. That was my bad. I should have just come straight up the middle. Oh, we got her anyways. Yeah, with Nunu, you just take it so fast. He's one of the fastest Baron taking, especially if, even if you don't have a lot of gold. Like, obviously, if you're Master Yi and you have, like, 3 items, sure, but, like, Nunu can do it so easily off of just, like, 2 or maybe even 1.5. So you can just tank it for days and he does that true damage to it. Nunu's a beast. He's been like 53+% the whole time. People just quit playing him. He's gonna proxy. We're not probably gonna be able to do it. We're not gonna get a wave.
A snowball is never just a snowball. If you believe in magic.
I should have just ulted him because I knew he didn't have his flip. If I ulted him, I think he would have died. I just ended up misclicking my chomp on him or something, I don't know. Which ended up being a pretty big deal. We probably would have had that tower if he wasn't there proxying. See if we can maybe get bottom there.
Your turret has been destroyed. Wildlife.
Sometimes the world's more interesting when you close your
An
eyes.
enemy has been slain.
Goblins! Whoa, they have warts. That's how you know they're bad guys.
Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Old people always rule the world. So it's up to kids to save it.
was easy. All you have to do is just have all winning lanes.
I didn't even really win. Well, maybe I did. Ugh. I just got ganked too many times and died to it.
It's all good. Okay, we got a box. Yeah, Nunu's ball goes through small creeps. I don't remember if it does. I don't think it goes through cannons, but it goes through small creeps. Awesome. There we go. There's the Streamlabs. Thank you so much, Dylan. And then let me check out the email. Real quick.
Big kitty.
Bonanza, nice.
It's a big kitty. It's a big girl.
Okay. Okay, so we'll look at these probably over the next few days, and then see if we can obviously do sort of each individual game, but also look at themes between the games.
Did you get a bunch of coaching things?
Yeah, Dylan just commissioned 9 coaching sessions, so.
Ooh. We're gaining some tiers, not just divisions.
That's right. Okay. Alright, we'll keep it going, and then I'll make sure I publish these as well. I know I was kind of getting lax with just publishing almost anything other than the stream the last few weeks or so. I'm gonna try to get back into it, but we'll definitely make sure these
Do you
get
guys
published.
normally do dungeons like during like the nighttime?
Yeah, usually we'll do one. Oh, Fizzban. Okay, whatever. Usually we'll do one after the stream.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it. That's just because, like, right now, just our schedules and the people who are all kind of the same
Right.
upper level right now are. That's just when we're on. We have other people do dungeons during the day that are kind of at a lower level right now.
If I didn't have to work, I'd come with you guys to my Shadow Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Just for fun.
That would be fun. Yeah, maybe we can do that on the weekend or a night you don't work.
Oh yeah, I'll for sure be able to do it on the weekend.
That would be cool.
I think my priest is 54, not 55.
Especially, yeah, especially if when the pre-patch drops and you get the new talents are coming in pre-patch, right? I think, and that would give you
new talents are awesome.
Yeah, definitely for Shadow Priest because that gives you the mana regen. So we'll definitely holler at you for those. But yeah, we get you in there. What level is your priest again?
54. It's almost 55. I mean, I'm probably fully rested to 60 because I haven't touched that character in a long time.
Okay. Yeah, it'd definitely be fine for BRD. Okay, so Delib asks, does buffing clear affect win rate so much on jungle? Morgana's win rate, I'm not sold on that champ. The first day it came out. Now, Diana, I don't know about Diana. But, I mean, its jungle clear rate is just so important. First of all, Diana has a lot of damage. Like, Diana's damage, once she gets a couple items, I mean, Morg actually kind of does too if you land your stuff. Hold on, let me make sure I get everything here. Okay, we definitely want unflinching. Okay, I think this is fine. Now I'll answer your question more here in a second. Alright, I guess we'll just play it. I didn't scout him, but... Hey, what's up, Nuru? But yeah, I mean, clear speed is just so huge. If your jungle's clear, you know, you're making more gold, you accelerate faster, then that, you know, can give you more time for ganks as well. So even if your ganks aren't the greatest, if you just power clear through the jungle, like, you can usually find something. But that's probably the most important factor, or certainly very, very far up there. And, like, what are the factors that make a good jungler? It's clear speed, at least in this meta right now. Because the camps spawn so quickly and they give you so many resources. And you can hit power spikes faster because you get the free jungle item earlier and you don't have to upgrade it. That's why that has disproportionately really helped Hecarim a lot. If you're wondering why is there so much Hecarim and he didn't get that many direct buffs at the start of the season, it's because he was always really bad with the jungle item. He had to get Cinder Hulk, which was trash on him, but it was better than his other options. And so he doesn't have to buy that anymore, and he's always kind of had pretty good clear speed. So there you have it. He's the perfect example of the jungle meta. So like I said, I haven't seen Diana. I know Diana used to be like pretty good in the jungle back in the day. Not consistently for a long time, but there are definitely stretches where she was pretty good in the jungle on certain patches. I don't remember which seasons, but I remember it being a thing.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
For humans, magic is like fire. For us, it is water and air.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, you could also potentially take objectives faster. I think they tried not to buff like Diana's, how fast she takes dragons. I think they changed the monster, the epic monster buffs to not be as affected. Of course, Jinx has cleanse.
Minions
How are Rengar and Shaco?
Something you have to be serious.
Shaco's okay. Rengar is kind of off meta, but I mean, he's the type of champ where if you are really good on him, I think you can still make him work. Still not super thrilled about Diana, but I mean, we'll see. I think her win rate's pretty good right now. I mean, and win rates are win rates, you know. I just might be seeing the not so good ones when it came to the Morgana jungles. We got like 3 Morgana jungles in a row or something the first day of this patch. You stopped season 4 or season 5. You're AO, right? In the guild? Trying to remember, but yeah,
Time to get it started.
I think AD Shaco's the thing right now. He's not amazing right now. He's okay. He was very good a couple of patches ago, but Shaco's the type of champ where he's so flexible because he can go AD or AP. He's got a bunch of different items. He's kind of like Rengar. He's pretty much always good if you're a specialist on him. At least at like low diamond and lower. It starts, the meta obviously becomes a bit more, or a bit less flexible, I should say, the further up you go. I got greedy going for the second auto there. I should have just knocked him up, autoed once, and run. But because I took Spell Thieves, I want to get those auto attacks in there.
TP.
An enemy has been slain.
I've been kicked around since I was
Nice.
born. It's all right. It's okay. I'm staying alive.
Yeah, hi Kamoy. Yeah, I was just gonna let you rant for a little while.
They're only given a little spark of madness. I mustn't lose it. Let's see what's happening now.
And I was probably in the middle of talking to somebody else too. Satman, Soraka, Karma, Nami, Leona. Leona's very good right now. This is bad. If we can't pressure Jinx, like, we're gonna get outscaled hard by casting a Jinx. If she didn't take cleanse, this would be, like, doable, but, I mean, we can still win. It's just gonna be, it's gonna be hard, because she's really kind of the best ADC right now. Maybe if Diana gets, like, really good flanks.
Woo! I am so into this. What is this?
Probably not a lot for you.
We're getting a marginal advantage in CS.
Oh,
They will remember my name.
Should have maybe done double armor. If Ash should just go a little more aggressively. Nice.
Long ago, on the flames.
Like, when you knock up Yumi, you kind of have to, you really want to go all in, because she can't reattach for like 5 seconds, and she's just so vulnerable.
I think Diana gets this, maybe.
I will walk in. I will They will
So close.
An ally has been slain.
Oof. She take tower shots?
She had to have.
It's not good.
If you aren't a little frightened, you ain't alive.
Yeah, Ash is just trying to farm it out, which is not, that's a losing battle. I've tried to get aggressive, but I mean, I've knocked him up probably at least 3
A
times.
lot of words to tell the truth.
But there's only so much I can do. Whoa, what the? Dude, I didn't realize she was 6. Oh my god. Well, she got lane XP. I feel like I had to flash, because if Jinx just, like, flash zapped me, I was dead.
It's a revolution. And it's good times.
I didn't realize she was 6. I would have been more cautious. It's a casual jungler 2 levels up on me. Yeah, the Soraka. I like the old school Soraka too. I thought she had a much more unique niche with the, as the mana battery. I wish they'd bring that back. Don't think they're going to. Nautilus was actually very good. You know, like, he was not a troll pick, and he's still like pretty good
They will see my
in the bot lane. He was basically the go-to support. I think it was last season. It was basically Nautilus, Leona. Were the go-to supports for pretty much the entire season. And I think he was very good even the season before that. So pretty much since like season 7 or 8, he's been a really strong pick. Okay, he shouldn't have his ult, but I guess he was low trying to solo it, and so he had to run.
I was not thinking the laners.
There's
But yeah, he's good. He's a little squishier than the other some of the other major tanks. His shield's kind of wimpy compared to like Leona's W, but he has a huge hitbox on his hook. It's very easy to land it, and his
That's
ultimate
coming
is okay.
I am definitely
His ultimate's extremely consistent. You can't really dodge it unless you have a hourglass. So yeah, he's still pretty good. I'd probably put him tier 2.
I need my love to hurt. I need the world to scare me. I don't apologize for it. I feel good.
Did she flash?
I
Yeah,
need to
she
know
did
when the
flash.
actions come. The humans will never understand our kind until they hear the song.
Sejuani's flanking you. She might come down here too. Ugh. I really don't like this vertical jungling with a flashless Ashe.
I'm getting impatient.
She's gonna be like right over here.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to scout around.
Okay, there she is.
I think
She's
they
up
underestimated
top.
my charm. How is that even possible?
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, should really not be invading. I mean, I guess you don't have priority, man. Ornn was back.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
Bad invade. Like 90% of invades are. I mean, I was kind of sneaky because she basically went into Raptors, did not clear Raptors, and then just immediately backed and went to red. So that was a little weird.
Trying to lead them.
An ally has been slain.
The first love?
I thought we were
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain. You have been slain.
The cannon minion. If Ashe didn't stop autoing, I'm pretty sure that we would have had that much easier. Could I have even run out of that? I maybe could have just run.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and
I
be
could have
all
beaten the
sincere.
Yumi if the cannon didn't do like 500 damage to me right there, but
Enemy has been slain.
Good.
I should have known it was gonna do a lot of damage. My W is just like
Oh,
2
big
seconds
kill,
too
that's
slow.
huge. Flashed.
I am a chronic line stepper.
Nautilus is kind of a troll pick because of Blitz. It just depends. I mean, Blitz is. You mean like Blitz is just a better choice overall, or do you mean like head to head, Blitz is better?
Every road leads
They're different. Nautilus is just more consistent. Ashe does have ult. I have ult in a few seconds. So we should be able to get one more ult in there before cleanse. Do we have the damage for it? Oh, Diana, please come down. Please come down, Diana. Don't push, Ashe. I still have flash. Diana, please.
The humans call it battle. Just a dance.
You have a very tight window where you can hit your cleanse. Or where you can hit your arrow before cleanse is back up. Cleanse is like
I don't do
210 seconds, I think.
Coming down. Cassian's following me, but I'll beat him there.
Fucking hell.
We're killing buddies.
Go, Diana? What the fuck? Okay. Nice.
Man, have you seen that?
Okay, here we go.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice, that was almost an ace. There's probably a way I could have sequenced that better, but... Blitz was a better choice. I mean, Blitz has always been, you know, if you land a hook, if you consistently land your hook, he's the most devastating, you know, highest damage dealer early. It's just he's not as consistent, so, you know, he sacrifices consistency for raw power. Versus Nautilus, like I said, it's much lower mana cost on the hook. It's like 60 mana instead of 100. So you can throw it more. I'm pretty sure it's a shorter cooldown. And it's that larger hitbox. And you do other things, right? Like your auto attack roots, and then your ultimate. It's a potential AoE knockup. So you just have like other tools. Nautilus is big. Like the biggest thing with Nautilus, first of all, he's squishy, which I mentioned a second ago. But also that his hook doesn't go through walls.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pop Herald here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself. But you too!
Okay. Y'all repelled it pretty well.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I mean, Pike is the very good snowball option. If you want, like, high caliber roamer that can snowball. But my problem with Pike is that he's just expensive. And he can't tank. But if you want that type of thing, that's good. But yeah, I mean, in general, I'd probably rather play Leona or, like, tank Maokai.
They're gonna get this turret if I back.
Let's see what these animals
Probably, yeah.
get myself.
I'd probably rather play those two over Nautilus right now. But
All right.
he's still not horrible. I think a lot of the support champions have pretty clear strengths and weaknesses. She's gonna have cleanse. Sejuani could be close to. It's a total disaster if Sej is here. They really have that warded? No, she's just guessing. It's so annoying.
She's gotta be looking mid.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared
Ow.
of where I'm from.
If Caston's coming down, he's like 50%.
An ally
Okay.
has been slain. Dominating.
Nice.
What humans call magic, we call life.
Oh, that sucks, Dylan.
Careful that. He's gonna be up in 2 seconds.
Shit, am I just dead?
Ace TPing. That's Fiora.
Oh my god, they both
They both
everybody
TP'd,
TP'd. Wow. Okay. Well. You better be
You
careful,
got
Ash. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I went too early. I thought Diana was gonna get there faster. Maybe she was finishing a camp, or maybe I just miscalculated it.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't a party.
Yeah, maybe a dive like that when they have 2 teleports up. It may not be a good idea.
My cloak right? Yes, it is.
I should have called it back. Jinx was stronger too. She had Kraken and we didn't. And they had all their sums.
Trying to tip here.
Okay, I don't think Jinx... Actually, Jinx did get one of those. Okay, nice.
Has been slain.
I dance because I'm free.
I just don't think we ever kill him 2-on-2 at this point. Maybe, but... Should have gotten a sweeper.
I'm so fine, I gotta kiss myself. I know people are watching. How can they not be?
Yeah, we're gonna need. Oof. Okay, nice. There we go.
I'll back. Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Ugh. Terrible timing for us.
I don't want a world that's safe.
Man, they need to just, like, one more second on Cassidon's R. No, it was fine. Priest is good. I think it was all good. I don't remember if people die. Like, usually the only time people are dying right now is if we just pull, like, a ridiculous amount, or if I get CC'd, or there's, like, split. Like, if two people are dropping at the same time, and I run out of mana, but I think in general it's fine. I'm pretty geared for my level. I've got Cassandra's Grace, and then pretty much mostly blues. So for like a for like a 54 healing that, I think I'm doing pretty well. Dude, I didn't realize Vestments of True Faith's like 400 gold worth of mats to make it. Said that earlier, I was like, oh my god. I bought the pattern for like 6 gold. I was like, sweet. No, 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 no. I don't think we want that. So I'm probably just gonna go for the Strat Home robe. It's just like slightly worse, but save 400 gold on it, so I'll take it. I don't even know if it's that much worse, to be honest. It is a little bit, but no, it's 400 gold's too much, I think, for that. My main priority right now is finishing Beast deck, because that's good right now, and it's, I think, probably going to be really good for Priest going into TBC. So I just need the Ace and the 2. I know that I bought a bunch of cheap ones on the auction house for like 10 gold each. Yeah. I didn't realize Golden Pearls are freaking 60 gold each. It's like, what the flip? I mean, they are really annoying to get, so I guess that makes sense, but...
Anybody there?
Baron's up, so we don't want to play too much to bottom side. If they all go bottom, we could, well, our jungler's going to show in the bottom lane, so... We can't. If she's bottom.
Go to them.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Messed up there.
You me?
They're gonna try and test me?
was hoping someone would give me a jump, but... Wait, why? Oh, not whatever. It just killed everybody. Fuck, they got it?
Yep.
Oh my god. Dude, there's no way. There's no way that did 1300 damage to Baron. What do you mean? She has one item.
This looks like
I mean, what can you do? Hit the smite. Or body block.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
No, like 100% you fucked up. Like, don't try to act like there's nothing you could do.
Our magic is a fury. It is a song you can.
No, you did. You.
I'm gonna burn
First of all, there's no way it did 1300 damage off of one item Jinx.
so I can burn it again.
Second of all, you weren't in the right position to body block it. I got the Sejuani. I knocked the Sejuani up, so she couldn't go in. But I mean, there's no point arguing about it. But she screwed up. And it's not unlucky. It's a huge mistake that you could have prevented.
That's who I am.
I thought that they nerfed that, or are they nerfing it next patch? The Jinx
I
thing.
dance because I'm free.
I'll have to look it up. Off of one item, off of Kraken. I know it's percent missing HP, but it's still like either physical damage or magic damage. I think it's physical damage, and Baron has armor. Yeah, we can look at it. Either way, like, even if it could outsmite it, she could have body blocked it. I mean, I could have body blocked it too, but I was getting the Sejuani. I jumped over the pit to stop the Sejuani from jumping in.
The world isn't about collecting stuff.
I mean, there's no point arguing with him about it in chat, but...
Should I be running? I should be
I'll finally be able to get some.
Damn it.
look good.
We did get an ace.
Kick some ass.
I had a little bit more time on my shield. Yeah, we can't get mid. I don't think we can get anything.
Name one genius.
They're gonna be up. Just get jungle.
I will make them dance. I will make them hear.
Can we do that or something? There's a big ass stack over here with no supers.
Your
You're probably just going to be able to get maybe 2 tier 2s. Maybe they get middle. Yeah, I don't... Okay. Yeah, I don't think we had time to get Inhibitor 2. Maybe, but...
Oh my god.
What?
Glitched.
Oh.
I can't move. Wait, I'm trying to.
You stuck
I
in the
literally
wall?
Yeah, I was stuck in the wall.
I'm here.
Hey, what's up, Sammy? Good to see you.
I am so gone.
Okay, yeah, I mean, this dude's up here. He does have TP, probably, but...
I can't die looking this good. I dig these. I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. Serious. Rude.
Alright. I might just win off of that.
Oh yeah.
Minions scale with the number of missing turrets? Do they? I thought they... I don't think so. I think they just scale with time. I'm like 90% sure they just scale with time of the game.
Your team has destroyed an enemy.
Yeah, let's just go 2 inhibs. Well, okay. Maybe we have time. I guess that's sort of an insurance policy there. Okay. Yes, jungle monsters do scale. Jungle monsters scale based on the average level of the person in the game.
Well, that's probably gonna be it for me.
Okay, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was some good games.
But yeah, for sure.
Domination.
I'll probably be off Friday, and then Saturday I can play. So I'll be able to play more Friday, Saturday.
Okay, sounds good.
Take care.
Alright, see you, man. Let me see. I thought minions just scaled off of time. I know jungle monsters. Armor, minions start with this. Spawns minions. Okay, based on your team's average level. Okay, so it's team's average level, not turrets down or anything, though. But I guess it is based on your team's average level. I thought time factored into it as well, but maybe not. Oh, 1.2 would be a deal. If I could get a beast or an ace for 1.2, I saw it selling for like almost 2K. So you got to think about the only way to get beast, the ace of beast, is it drops from the beast in Ubers, and I think it has a 10% drop chance. And if you're trying to pug that, everybody, it's a BOE item worth thousands of gold. So, you know, everybody's going to need roll for that probably, and there's 10 people in that. So you've really got a 1 in 100 chance if you do that with a pug, right? So you'd have to run Ubers on average, you know, 100 times to get that. So I don't think a price like 1.2 thousand, especially because it's Bis Trinket for Priest in Classic, and some would argue it's Bis or certainly very close to it, depending on your build and the encounter and all that stuff even in TBC, if they don't nerf it. So that's, I mean, it sounds really expensive, but that's why, is because it's so good. Now it's only for one class, really. It's pretty good on druids, but priests, it's and we're gonna do some coaching sessions here in a second. Someone selling the entire beast, or just the ace? I mean, if it's the ace for 1.1, hold on, let me see. I don't think I can quite afford it. Unless I can get a loan. I'm close. I think I'm at 800 something. Yeah, I'm at 810. Let me see. Ace for 1100. Yeah, I am 300 short. I think... I still need to get the 2 also. The 2 is... Well, there's 1/2 that's going for 60 gold. Ask stream chat for money. Loan you 140. I mean, we could just run Ubers and get it, but it would take a while. We'd have to have 10 people, and we don't have 10 people that are like 60 that are on at the same time that can run it. Okay, so that's what? So people can loan me 240. And we're going to get back to League here in just a second. This is just kind of a limited time opportunity. So what am I at? I'm at 810. So I'm short like 400. Well, I need to get the 2 also. I guess I could get the 2 later, because the 2 will probably be around. Huh. 1100 for Ace, I think, is pretty cheap, though. The numbers keep coming down because it's so hard to sell that item, though. Because a lot of people just don't want to drop it. And a lot of people don't understand how good that is on priests and TBC. Yeah. Okay, well, if it's just the ace, then I need about 60. So it's 1200. It's about 400 total. Got a bunch of stuff for sale in the auction house. I mean, I guess I could, is this the guy? Oh, it's 1100. Oh, it's a guy selling it via trade chat for that amount? Then we'll get back. We're going to do a couple coaching sessions here in a second. Did he take it off? Oh, $9.99. Oh, this dude dropped it to $9.99. Okay. I can get that then. There's a dude on the AH for $9.99 right now. Can you loan that to me, Beowulf? Your 240 alone would get it. Or just 200 at this point. Is Freeze the ace guy? I kind of don't want to tell him about it, but I mean, I guess we could see if he matches it. I just don't want him to snatch it off the auction house and buy it immediately if we tell him about it, so that so that we couldn't buy it. Yeah, that's what I thought. We can just tell him a guildie got it. This is just where I am. This is where I'm doing most of my stuff on this side of the world right now. Like Fellwood and... We could tell him... I mean, if he wants to go lower, if we tell him... Let me see, hold on. Well, everybody's poor. I thought you had it covered, Bale. I don't... Sharis has it, but we'd have to get Sharis over here, too. I mean, I should be able to get that back in a couple of days. I can give you some interest on it if you want. Oh, you have 140. Okay, Sharis has 100. Okay, you guys... Can you guys summon me? Is he in Stormwind right now? If Sharis gets there, can you guys summon me? I think that'd be faster. I mean, I can take the boat and everything over there, but... Alright, if this guy can do 1,000, we'll just do 1,000 with him, I guess. It's basically the same price as the other one. Okay, and I'm gonna have to write down who I owe money to. I'm sure y'all won't let me forget, but... Alright, so 140 to Beowulf. And then... Charis 100. and then where's Mr. Freeze? Yeah, if you need some of that, I can give that back to you. It's nice to have just a little bit of money for like repairs and stuff, but I can get you back with that. Okay. All right, sweet. That's a good deal. Usually more to you guys than me. Well, yeah, of course it is. It's really only good on priests. Okay, so I'll have to buy the 2. Actually, I can get the 2 right now. Almost. I need 60 for the 2. But I can get that later. I'm not sure what the 2 usually goes for. I mean, there's not a huge rush on the 2. Usually those, multiple of those show up. And I can't even cash it in until, I think, the beginning of May. Because, that's when Dark Moon comes around. And we're getting back on,
How are you?
we're getting back on League here. That's like a very limited time opportunity. Because you can only turn this in when Dark Moon Fair's around. So all I need is the 2. And I think a C is...
Have a good one.
or 60, I think is a fairly decent price. I got the other ones for much lower. Let me just double check and make sure there's not one that's cheaper than that. I think I just looked, but they're like 3 2s. The thing is, the other ones that are not the ace tend to go for much, much lower because no one is going to buy them unless they are specifically going for the whole set, because they don't mean anything unless you're going for the whole set. And it's really just priests, maybe druids, that are getting it. So, like I said, it's extremely rare to get the ace, because in a pug, you have like a 1% chance in like a 10-person raid that's not done very often, Upper Blackrock Spire. That's why the beast obviously goes for so much, but it is coming down quite a bit in price. Dude, if they nerf this thing, I'm gonna be so pissed. In TBC, 3 beasts, 2 beasts. Okay, I think someone may have bought the 60 gold too. Nah. But that's fine. We'll probably see another one on there. It's gonna be a sad day if like all the 2s sell out, but it looks like that's way more expensive than most people ask for it, so hopefully it'll drop around. It's just so random though. Each one of those cards is like, you know, 0.25% to drop. What is this person? Oh, 2 of beasts. Who is Jolene though? How? I don't know who. Oh, it's AOI. Oh, give you 50? Okay, I'll do that. I mean, I could give you 50 right now. I have stuff on the auction house, but I wouldn't even have any repair money. I tell you what. Okay. How about I give you 40 now and then 10 later? Oh, I got you. 40 now, 10 later. Yeah. That way I just have some repair money. Okay, so I owe AO 10 gold. About to say, I hope no one called anyone else in. You can. It's against terms of service. The way that you do that is there are places where you can buy gold. And then you use the gold in-game, like back channel, you know, gold selling services that could get your account banned if they figure it out. But there are ways to do it. I think like 1,000 gold on the black market's like 35 bucks right now or something. So technically what that transaction I just made would be worth somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 real dollars. In Classic. That's what it's different in the retail game. Okay, I'm going to switch back over to League here and do at least a couple of these coaching sessions. There was one guy, they do these things where like in raids where people bid on certain things. They're called GDKPs, where you can bid on high-end raid items that are difficult to acquire. And there was a news story of one guy paying 198,000 gold for this item. I think it was like over $1,000 real money effectively to get this one item from a raid. Yeah, so I don't condone gold buying, but yes, if you're really looking to use real money to get stuff in the game, you can do that. On retail, you can just buy it through Blizzard. You can buy this game token thing, which is basically you pay $15 for a month for this token. It's almost like a gift card, a digital gift card that's worth 1 month of game time, which is worth $15. So you can buy that in cash, and then you can trade that on the auction house for real gold. So you're effectively buying gold from the company at that point, and then you can use that gold to buy whatever in the game. Now, some things cannot be bought for gold, so it's not always pay to win. Like I said, the raid items, typically, many of them cannot be bought for gold. Now, players are finding a way around that. Let me pull up a couple of these replays here. Players are sort of finding ways around that, like I said, for bringing people along to raids and carrying them, basically, and then letting them bid on items for gold. So there's ways people are finding out how to do that, but by default, according to the terms and services, you know, it's not pay to win, but people can do, you know, back channel stuff. Just kind of like in League, right? Like, you're not supposed to be able to buy your way to Challenger, but could you do it if you found the right people and got boosted up there? Of course. Right? I mean, pretty much any game, there's going to be ways that you can, you know, break the terms of service and sneak around and maybe get some stuff done. Wait, what? Request access. Access denied. What? Am I signed in? It says it's not letting me open your, Oh, there it is. Okay. It wasn't letting me download it for a second. Okay, so let's do this first one here, and then I'll record this. Make sure I have room. Okay. All right. Well, the thing that sold that I was mentioning is it was some two-handed weapon from Nax. I don't think it was Might of Menethol. It was something that was like this iconic. It might have been the two-handed sword. I don't remember what it is, but Okay, I didn't realize it was a Google Doc link. I thought it was just an attachment in the email, but I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it's a new security thing. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I'll do them on stream just over time when you're here, just so I can have a conversation with you about it. But full of tier 6 rogue duel. No, I didn't hear that. Okay, let's go ahead and get this going here. Got Thunder Fury, sold his account for 1K. In Diablo 2, the most I ever sold for real money was I had a pretty geared druid in Diablo 2. It was like way back in high school, and that was way back in the day also. And I sold that for like $300 to this guy that I worked with at McDonald's. Oh, was it the Ashbringer? Okay, so who are you on here? Oh, you're Akali mid. Don't nerf me. Well, Akali's gonna get nerfed. Actually, she did get buffed recently, to be fair. Okay, yeah, I'm getting alerts that you are enabling sharing, so... Good. That's really weird. Usually I haven't gotten that before. It's just send me an email with an attachment and I open it, but I guess if it's done through Google Drive or something, they're trying to be more secure. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and record this. Make sure I have this situated. I didn't know it was her virginity. I didn't think it was her virginity. I thought she just had sex with a dude with a flying mount, which sounds crazy, but at the same time, if you think of how much money back then, if you can get 100 gold an hour, that's basically like 50 hours worth of work for probably having sex with this, you know, nerd for 10 minutes or something. Like, I mean, I can't blame her too much, honestly. That sounds crazy and scandalous, but, you know, again, if it's, you know, 50 hours of work at whatever minimum wage was at the time, equivalency, it's like $3,500. I guess not. No, maybe my math is off there. I think it's $350, right? 50 hours of time, 7. Yeah, maybe it's like $400 or $500. I mean, I don't know what street prostitutes go for, but I would say that's probably a pretty premium price. Not like super premium, but I don't know. I don't think it's as crazy as it sounded, especially if she knew the person. We don't even know, like with that story, if it's just some random guy off the street or if it's just some dude she knew in high school or something. But anyways, okay, let's go ahead and get in here. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. We are doing a coaching session today for Akali, so special thanks to Dylan, aka Do Not Nerf Me. Yeah, I would not mess with her level 1. We're streaming this as well, so come by, check out the stream if you want. I would just back. I don't know. You're going to lose your first wave, but so is she. Okay, maybe turbo, since she died, maybe you could turbo push this since she doesn't have teleport. I don't know. That was really awkward. It did work out for you, but it's like super risky early on. And I'll just come out and say, I peaked at D3 support last season, so if you're new to the channel, so I'm not an Akali expert. Dylan knows this. Dylan's been a long-time supporter of the channel, so we're just going to do the best we can, but Akali is obviously a super technical champion that requires a ton of practice, so I'm not going to be commenting as much on all of the specific mechanics she can do. We'll just talk about, you know, positioning in team fights, roaming, target priority, stuff like that. Just stuff that applies to a bunch of different champions. But if you're here just for very specific mechanical Akali advice, unfortunately you might be a little disappointed. So just prefacing that. Do you not? Is your... Oh, I guess your Q's pretty low wave clear. Yeah, I mean, it was probably best to back since you weren't going to lose that much to her and you were so low. Yeah, you want to be aware of Kane. He's probably on top side, so you probably want to lean bottom. Kane usually does Raptors, Wolves, blue. gank. That's where he is top, so that's a little trick you can do as mid lane, is kind of fade to the other side where you don't think they're going to be. And then that way, if they wrap around like this way, you can still just escape through the river. This gives you more paths. So yeah, leaning on the bottom side is where you want to be right now. Because he's probably top still, looking for that scuttle. And I don't know this matchup super well early on. I imagine it's kind of tough. It's hard for you to get priority. That's the thing with some of these melee mids, is you can't get priority, and so it's a lot harder to help your jungler secure scuttles or defend if they get invaded. So you need to ping that she's coming up there. Ideally, you want to put your first ward like either in this bush or like over here if you know their jungler is going to go top, which 90% of junglers are going to start red and then work their way top, so that's a good place for your first wards, like right in there. Okay, nice, good trade. Maybe would have waited a little bit on the ignite. It's because now you probably won't have it for 6. Because she doesn't have heal. Like, if it's bot lane, you do want to ignite early before they heal, but you don't really have to do that mid since she doesn't have heal. So you can wait. Well, I guess she does. Oh, no, she took your ignite. I was like, why the hell is she wasting ignite? That's another reason, is that she could take it and use it against you. So, I know you thought it was probably going to be an all-in until you got bubbled, but you really don't have to do it early, I don't think. Okay, nice. Good. Y'all evaporated her, and she used her real ignite too, so. Yeah, the bubble is pretty good against the Shroud. You can still sort of dodge it, but. Drag, 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 drag. I would ping Dragon right now. You have priority middle. I think that was a lost opportunity. I mean, I guess maybe they do have the thing there, but you just got to kill bottom, and you had priority middle, so... And Kha'Zix was full health, and Kha'Zix does Dragon very quickly. I mean, he is level 4. That's definitely something that should be on your radar, though. As soon as you have priority in a lane and your jungler kills somebody on the bottom side of the map, you should be thinking Dragon. Like, that's the first thought, and then... You know, if it's not a good idea, it's not a good idea. But that should be the first sort of flag that goes off in your head. Hey, thanks, Sammy. I appreciate it. It's pretty much any time somebody dies on the bottom side of the map, you should be looking for Dragon. See, now he's wanting to do it, but you do have priority in both lanes. You could probably do it. I would go down there with him and just do it. Like, I would have... As soon as he pinged that, I would have just walked around this way and done it with him. Okay, well... Okay, nice. We just saw Kane top also. Hey, what's up, Alistair? Yeah. Pre-6. I mean, really any kills on Akali, but yeah, especially if you can get him pre-6. Be careful, Kane could roll up with his ult. You're in kill range here. You do have flash, but that may not save you. Okay, so we don't know where he is. He's probably bottom, because he was just top. Now, we kind of have hacks here, like we know that he's cleared top, but you can kind of infer that. Because he was top and he didn't really gank, so he probably cleared it all, which means he's going to go bottom. Alright, let's see what you buy here. Okay. And I'm not, like, too keen on what the proper build is, but yeah, I think that Night Harvester is good. I think people are probably just on, like, the Night Harvester. I don't know if people are still doing Witchbane or not. You can just look that stuff up on, like, Lolalytics, though, and figure out a good build. It's probably, there's probably some variance there. But yeah, Harvester sounds good. Maybe, I don't know if Lichbane's been nerfed too much. Lichbane's obviously really good. Hourglass could be... Hourglass probably versus Kayn, I would say, is... Yeah, just, I would have followed Garen. With Rumble there too. I don't know, there's Sandwich, but Misfortune's there. You're down a person. This is really awkward. It's a 4v5. I probably wouldn't. If Kayn overcommits here, maybe. Okay, nice. Well. They cleaned you up. It sucks that you're basically... you have 4 assists. Ugh. That's kind of what feels bad. Yeah, that makes sense, Dylan. Okay, yeah. So I figured you probably did the research on that. Yeah, it sounds about right to me. Okay, she's probably dead. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess at least Kha'Zix is going off, so that's good. Unfortunately, as a Kali, you really don't have a lot of choices to play around other people. Like, you don't get utility items, so you really need that gold by yourself. And that's one of the issues with, like, carries that I always talk about, like, hard carries, is you need the gold. And if you're getting assists, like, or even worse, if you're dying, you know, and you're just not getting a lot of money, you can be pretty worthless. So it's a very risky playstyle versus something like a Malzahar or whatever is not going to be able to, like, completely 1v9 if you get fed, but he's going to be more consistent. He's just much more reliable if you're getting assists or if you're behind. Same thing with something like a Nivea. I just tend to favor control mages and stuff, but Akali definitely, if you can get good on her. I will say, in general, I think you said earlier you were playing Yasuo, and I know that you said you're aware that you should lower your champion pool, but that's particularly true if you're playing those types of champs, because they're really hard to play perfectly, mechanically, and with the decisions as well, and because you're punished so hard if you're not ahead, right, that you really want to play a lot of games with them. You know, if you're playing the Malzahar or something like that, sure, you could play Malzahar and Annie. And okay, nice. Okay, good. You could play, you could play several of those champs and probably still be pretty successful. But if you're playing, like, the real hardcore mechanical champs, you particularly want to focus up. Akali is a good one to specialize in. She can go mid, she can go top. Sort of, and she's not banned in solo queue under Diamond very often, so you do have that going for you. Now, I don't know, like I said, the breakpoints on each one of her individual matchups, how she fares, but I feel like you can almost always turn it into a skill matchup. If you're good enough on the champion, you can probably work through most popular matchups. The one, big risk with Akali, of course, is headline risk, right? Like, if she starts doing really well in pro, if people start going off, which she usually does, if she's good, pro players are going to play her, then you're at heavy risk of that champion getting nerfed when you've probably put a lot of time into it to be good on it. So that's always feels bad. Yasuo, on the other hand, he's a little bit different. We'll have a Yasuo game later preview. It's a sneak peek, I believe, for other coaching sessions. Dylan commissioned several coaching sessions here, so you'll see a lot of Dylan in a row here. He just wants some feedback on a bunch of different games. Okay. I guess it's fine just to push. I'm kind of wondering if you should have roamed there, but now be careful because they could definitely come back on you. Okay, yeah, run. Get out. To the river, upper river. You're getting ganked by like 2 people, I think. Kayn and 1 more. Okay. Good dodge. They might be coming down on you. Yeah. Well, maybe Garen helps you. Can you flip over the wall? Like right here? I think you could have backflipped over that wall. If you just ran to right here, I believe you can backflip over that wall. But yeah, I think you overstayed. You greeted on that plate, in my opinion. Like, we had vision of them right here. So I think getting the first plate was fine, but then you had to back after the second one. Because, yeah, the problem is not only are you giving them gold if you die, but then you're losing experience. Like, this crash here is going to cost you. So look at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of these is 88 gold. Cannons, like 80, that's 160. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are about 20. So you're probably looking at 200 to 250 gold. And all of that experience, probably a third of a level, half a level experience off of that. So, and they got dragon off of it. So, yeah. So yeah, and then what, I mean, the plate is, I don't remember, I think plates are what, 320? I don't remember if they, how much they nerfed them by. I'm like zoning out, it's late at night. But anyway, I don't think it was worth. You gotta always look for that if you're deciding not to roam, you know, and you're gonna stay and farm. You gotta always have one eye on that mini map and just look, because more often than not, you know, they're gonna rotate back up and just start goon squatting. Okay. So Rumble's really fed. And Misfortune's really fed, so you want to keep that in mind. And try to get the Rumble, they're both worth fat shutdowns too, if you can get those.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
It's probably warded, so just be careful with that. Don't know where mid is, don't know where jungler is. I think the fact that she started a back right there leads me to believe it's a trap. Anytime anyone does that, people just instinctively do that for some reason. They just like to telegraph that it's a trap by just randomly starting a back timer in the middle of the lane or something like that. It's really dumb, but so many people do that. So if you ever see somebody start a back in plain view like that, then it's like 99% of the time there's a gank. Especially if, like, there's no way they beat you one-on-one and they're not just baiting you for a one-on-one. Right? So Misfortune knows there's no way in hell that she takes you one-on-one, so there's no way that she's gonna start a back like that to taunt you unless there's help coming. So, alright, well, we got Rumble's TP, which is good. Yeah, she's probably like right here. She could be over here. I would have thrown something in that bush if I was him, but I guess the tower does have vision of it, but whatever, just, he should just clear the jungle. Zoe is out of position a lot, though. Alright. Okay. I like the flank. It's probably warded based on how they're running. You gotta look... If you're roaming a lot, you got to look at how they're moving, and you can kind of intuit where the wards are. So, like, if you're top river and you start to roam towards the bottom, and they immediately start running back, there's a really good chance there's a ward near the top of the river. Okay. That was good. Your team cleaned up right there. You unfortunately didn't get any of those kills, but... And Nagarake is asking which elo is this. I'm not sure. Is this like, is this silver, would be my guess? I know Dylan had not played in a while, and he's just coming back to us here. I think Dylan had gotten into gold at some point. Okay, Night Harvester. Alright. Well, Aphelios is top. I feel like you guys could have done the dragon earlier, like when you killed all 4 of them. I think it was spawning.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
So they have 2 dragons now, and I feel like y'all definitely should have had at least 1 more of those. I value dragons really highly. I know that there are some pro teams and pro players and analysts that don't value dragon. I think in solo queue it's extremely valuable though, because people just are not gonna contest you properly if you get close to soul most of the time. Like, they're not gonna get there early and set it up in solo queue. So I think it's just a lot easier to get soul in solo queue than it is in pro. Okay. Yeah, this Zoe is just kind of always killable. He's out of position a lot. So, yeah, just try to flank. But, of course, she's not worth very much gold either, so there's that. Someone got the shutdown on Rumble and Misfortune, so that's good. So, Kha'Zix is strong, so if you can, like, run around with Kha'Zix, you guys can probably delete people together. So I would just try to play near where Kha'Zix is. Oh, I think you hit blue there. Oh. Okay, well, you did get a kill, which is good. That was kind of rough that blue ate your shuriken and then you missed the Q there, but you're aware of that. I don't think there's really a huge point in just, you know, discussing missed skill shots and stuff like that. So it's not that I don't notice that sometimes, it's just that it's, you know it's a mistake, so there's no point in really harping on it. That's just gonna happen sometimes. Unless there's like a pattern of inefficient skill shots you're taking or something, which I haven't really noticed that. That just was kind of an oopsie. The, okay, yeah, that was something I would not have gone for. Now, you do have I guess you did bait him into a fight, which is good, and Kha'Zix is there to back you up, so I don't know, maybe that was a good one. You looked a little bold in the abstract, like going for the flash shuriken, but because Kha'Zix had your back there, I guess that's fine. We don't know where most of them are on their team right now, so they all could have been in the area just walking up middle, but the one thing that I did point out that I thought was a thing, and you mentioned it earlier, was that you could have flipped over that wall. But I pointed that out just because, you know, I wasn't sure if you were aware of that option. I'm sure you probably were. You're probably just sticking around to try to get one more kill, but... Alright. Okay, Banshees, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, Rumble is really fed, so the magic resist has a lot of value. And then, I'm not sure if the miasma actually I think it still slows you in Banshees. I know it, I'm like 99% sure it does not clear your Banshees. Oh, that was bold. Yeah, I don't think I would have done that because no one else is here, and you know all 5 of them are there. And she still has flash, so that's one thing you always got to keep in mind too a little bit, is just that, wow, nice. Yeah, Kane jumped out of the pit. If you're a jungler, don't ever leave the pit if the Baron's low. But yeah, it worked out really well for you guys. But yeah, I think going in there because she can flash and pull you into the enemy team. And just like the absolute best case scenario is probably you kill one of them and then they kill you. So it's 1 for 1's the best case, and then the more likely case is they just kill you. So there's no way you steal Baron. So I probably like, I don't mind hovering around, getting her low, just kind of scaring them a little bit, you know, making them hesitate on the Baron. Like, that can be really good, but like hard committing to the Shuriken there is probably a little too ambitious. Okay. Yeah, I guess just push out top because you're not going to be there in time. Could you have been there, though? I mean, let me see. Okay, so you're spawning. Okay, yeah, no. You're right. I think just clear top. Because the dragon's already dead. Technically, they really shouldn't be fighting there. But you're going to be too late to that anyway, so you might as well just push. This is where, like, macro gets kind of weird because you don't have teleport late game, so it's kind of difficult for you to... It basically, it costs you farm near the end of the game if you don't have teleport, or it's going to cost you the game. Because it's really hard for you to work a side lane and split. Nice, there you go. And you got a shutdown. See, now you're going to, like, utility items, though. You do need Hourglass against Kayn. Like, Banshees is good. It's just like your damage output's going to be lower because it's not Lichbane or Deathcap or something like that. But, I mean, as long as you're deleting them, they don't have that much... Like, none of them are building resistances either, so maybe that's okay. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is it's really hard to split and like get some of the side lane farm because it's so risky if your team like gets into a fight like this right here. They're probably gonna win this one, but well, maybe not. So you kind of have to always hover around them. Almost. That was almost really cool with you dodging that, but... Kha'Zix, hello? Oh, there's the... Yeah, y'all just have, like, no vision, huh? God, that rumble flank was brutal. Garen, don't do it. Garen, don't do it. Okay, he did it. Alright, so y'all are pushing in. Baron is... I wish he had timers on the replay. Within 1 minute here. Probably about 30 seconds now. So yeah, y'all should be pushing out. Oh, man, Soul's up too. This is the spot you do not want to be in. If they're smart, they'll just give you Dragon and get Baron, I think, if they can't get position. But they already have position, so... Yeah, you don't do that by yourself. You need Garen. Garen has to face check that. And he's not really that tanky, so that's awesome. That's a problem if you don't have tanks on your team or anyone else that can, like, check bushes really easily. What is Garen doing? Does he have... He has teleport. Okay. He should be just walking down here, though. Yeah, I probably would have gone for him. If you're not able to delete the backline, I maybe would have just... You have to choose either Banshees or Hourglass. I feel like both of them is just not enough damage. That was too early, I think. Oh, nice. Well, you did get him. So I maybe would have just gone Hourglass and then skipped the Banshees. He held his ult the whole time. Maybe it just came up. I don't think you need Grievous because they don't have any lifesteal hardly, so I may have gone Void Staff as final item here instead of Morello. Or fifth item, I should say. that soul now. Since you guys didn't have position and you're sort of behind, I may have just traded and just given him soul and you take Baron. Since there's so little chance you were going to be able to defend soul anyway, since they had position and they had vision on you. Oh my god, he gets away. Okay, maybe not. Okay, good flank. Okay, yeah, Baron. Yeah, maybe would have just traded objectives. It sucks to give him soul, but if there's just really no way that you can walk in there, because you don't have a proper tank that can face check stuff. Like Garen's... Oh, is she gonna die to that? Yes, that's a sad day. Why didn't y'all just... Rumble doesn't have Rift Maker. Kayn does have some lifesteal. Like, Kayn, I guess, with Kayn, but you also have, like, your Aphelios has Grievous, and so does Kha'Zix. And you really need to be, like, you need to delete them. Now, they also don't have a lot of magic resist, so I guess, you know, that's a point against Void Staff, but I don't know. Or... like, maybe you could have gone something like Demonic Embrace. I don't know. You're not really hacking through tanks, though. I would have just probably just gone, like, Lichbane Deathcap or something, just to kill him. Because they do it, like you said, they have so many squishies. Maybe just the correct answer is no defensive. I just straight up, like... you know, Night Harvester into Lichbane into Deathcap. I mean, Harvester does scale with AP, and it scales really well with Spell Pin, too. The proc damage, so... okay, nice. Oof. It up. Alright, yeah, just push this, get inhibitor. Kane's up in 2. They still don't have much wave clear, though. Damn, he just healed for like 1 billion. What? I would just run. Kha'Zix was split pushing. Yeah, just... I mean, you're not there, but... it sucks. They're gonna give him like 3 kills. God, he got 2 shutdowns, too. Alright, I would just go straight bottom and start pushing that out once you spawn. Oh god, so much gold. Oh man, now they're gonna get... yeah, now they're gonna get dragon. Probably. They're gonna have position on you again with vision around dragon. So I would have been pig the back. Just kind of pig back the clown show.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Blue team double kill.
Pierce the sky and touch the stars.
Red team's turret Red team's turret has destroyed.
Hold on. Like blinked and they just won the game there. go through this one more time. Okay, so when you guys get Baron, you're pushing up mid, overstay. So what? Just people spawn and then just face checked Elder, or do they just run it up middle? Okay, yeah, it's basically just you. Oh, okay, they just don't even need Elder. They just walk it in versus you three. Really? They take it 4v3? Yeah, it's probably a little too ambitious there. It's really hard to kill the Rumble and the Kayn right now, too. Rumble has Hourglass and just has a lot of health. Like, he has 2 health items, and then Kayn is... This sounds so weird when the music's gone, because the Nexus is already blown up. Okay, so yeah, they just walk it up. Yeah, I probably would have just tried to stall as much as possible, and just force them to maybe try to fight you near the tower. Okay, so... I'm trying to think of a couple of things to work on there. Yeah, so I definitely would have gone more offense. I think it was a little tricky because you didn't get super far ahead early. You had a bunch of assists. Maybe try to work on last hitting. And just making sure you secure those kills. I don't remember all of them if you had an opportunity for that or not, but that's something that you definitely want to work on if you're going to be playing Akali and, you know, those types of champs. You really want to, like, make sure you're getting the last hits, if possible, on those kills, because you, like I said, you really need the gold because you don't do anything without it. I mean, Kha'Zix is the same way, and he did get a lot of those kills, I think, early where you got the assist, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but then I probably would have either gone... Probably Lichbane's... I think Lichbane's second, and then Deathcap third, just because they are pretty squishy, and you just sacrifice so much damage to get utility, right? So that you can get the Banshee's Veil, and so that you can get the Hourglass. Hourglass is nice versus Kayn, but I just feel like you just want to just make sure that the Misfortune's dead. Like, there's just so many targets you can kill. Misfortune, Zoe. And if you go for, like, the more offense-oriented builds, then that gives you a chance to snowball much harder as well. Yeah, I mean, you did kind of have to take the fight, but I think there's a better way to do it. I think you could have waited until they were, like, under the tower and, like, maybe pinged it more and just had your team more on board, because it was basically just like a 1v3. Yeah, you don't want to be fine with other people funneling. Like, if you're playing Akali, you need to get that money most of the time. Like, if I'm playing support or, you know, new jungle or something, sure, other people have the gold, no problem. But when you're playing Akali, like, you have to have it, I feel like. So, anyways, so that was one thing to kind of keep in mind. And then there were just a few where I think you were just a bit ahead of the play, like right there. I think you know, if you just waited just a little bit longer, or maybe pinged and gave your team a little bit more notice, that could have helped out. Like the dragon fight, when you went in, it worked out, but I think the Garen was a little too far away. So just make sure you're checking your minimap and make sure your team's going to be there to help follow up if you go in. Ideally, you wait until they're committed to somebody else, right? You wait until Garen's in there and they're paying attention to Garen, and you come in with a flank, or you know, something like that. But if you open up on them, then you know, they're going to be able to use their cooldowns on you and their CC and all their summoners and all that stuff. So I would wait to try to have someone else soak up the early engage. Now, you don't have a great comp for that, unfortunately. Like Senna just kind of ruins your comp to some extent, right? If that was a Leona or you know, a Nautilus, or just really anything that can CC or start fights effectively, that would have been much more useful. But and the Garen was building mostly damage, but you can't really do anything about that other than dodge. Yeah, I probably would have gone more offense, maybe look for more flanks, be a little more patient with the engages, get more vision. I don't remember how many control wards you bought, but I feel like it wasn't a lot because it was really hard on you guys. There were several fights where they got a flank with the Rumble or, the Kane came in out of somewhere and it just totally turned the fight around. So trying to lock out their vision and get to the objectives faster, shot call it for your team, get a ton of control wards, and just, try to lock down those dragons, barons, and all that stuff. Because it feels like they were always there first. And the game was pretty close, I think, gold-wise. Yeah, I mean, it's only 2,000 at the end. Just the huge difference was they had all the objectives. Now, part of that's on your jungler, right? But part of that's also, a team effort in terms of making sure that you help him secure the area with control wards and that you're getting your good back timings, right? So you're there ready to go, 45 seconds ahead of time and stuff like that. Anyways, I think that's something to kind of keep an eye on there. But anyways, okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much. As always, really appreciate anyone else out there like a coaching session. Just email me at thestrategprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. We do stream every night starting around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually go till about 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on YouTube. So come by, check that out. Very friendly, chill community. We'd love to have you. And I'm going to start adding a lot more guides, tier lists, and just a lot of other content on the channel as well, like I used to. I know I've kind of slacked off of that a bit in the last month or so. I've just been really busy on working on other projects, but just keep coming back, keep checking it out. Come ask me any questions or let me know any cool builds that you found out in the chat. We'd love to hear it. And we'll see everybody next time. Have a good day. Okay, so I think that'll be it for that coaching session. And then I'm thinking, because I do have to grade a stack of papers for tonight, and I wasn't sure if anyone wanted to run anything on WoW or not either this time of night, but we could do, how are we looking on viewers? I mean, what do you think, Dylan? Do you want to do one more coaching session, or do you want to save some of them for, like, tomorrow? Oh, you bought 8 control wards? Okay, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. That's a good number then. The support bought 6. Okay, well maybe I just wasn't paying attention to it. Okay, so you had the vision. It's just, I feel like you guys weren't there fast enough. And once again, I know this is not all you, but I'm just saying this is something you could chip in with. Okay, we'll do one. Let's do one more then. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. I can do one more. You definitely donated a lot, so we'll do one more. And then tomorrow maybe we can do 2 or 3, and then the next day we could do 2 or 3, and then knock this out over a few days. I think it helps probably just to see a couple in a row too, just so, it's kind of fresh on our minds and we can observe patterns and things like that. Let me swing by the restroom here just really quick. And then if you guys want to run something, after that, I probably have time to do like one thing if you want to. If not, that's fine too, and I can just grade the essays. But yeah, if y'all want to do a BRD, or I'm probably too low for the other stuff like Skullomance and things like that, but if y'all want to run something, we can. But if not, I'll just grade some papers. Okay, but let me swing by the restroom real quick at any rate, and then we'll do one more Dylan coaching session. here we go. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll do this last coaching session here. For tonight. Then we still have plenty more. Dang it, where'd I moved my coffee into the other room. What? Sure. I think it was because I minimized it at the same time I put it in there. Grab my coffee. I think I left it in the bathroom. All right.
Extremes are easy. It's the
Oh, we got it on slideshow here.
Welcome.
I don't know why the camera does that. It is like a $30 camera or something, so I guess you can't complain too much. Dang it, I was gonna cut my hair for the last day of class when they're writing their evals, so I can look a little bit less homeless, but okay, anyways, let's go ahead and fire this up here. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another coaching session with Dylan, aka Dagon. So, special thanks for the generous donation to Dylan, and anyone else that would like to donate for a coaching session, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. I also have a link in the description to my coaching playlist where we have over 200 coaching sessions on there. So be sure to flip through that, check out some of your favorite champions if you want. That, of course, is free. The coaching sessions themselves are $25 if you're not a channel member, $20 if you are a channel member, and it's going to help education in America. I am an instructor, and so that helps subsidize some of the money that the university doesn't want to pay me. So, anyways, and then check out all the rest of the content as well. We stream every night starting around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually go till about 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very friendly, chill community. And then I'm going to be adding in a lot of fresh guides, tier lists, and tons of other content. So be sure to like, subscribe, and come by and check everything out. Okay, so I will preface this by saying that I'm not a Yasuo expert. I'm not a mid lane expert. I topped out at D3 support. Dylan, last season, Dylan is aware of that. But he just wanted my help, mostly in thinking about macro, positioning, some of these broader themes. So if you're looking for very specific, in-depth mechanical advice about Yasuo, or very specific matchup breakpoints and things like that, I'm not going to know a ton about that, because I just do not play Yasuo that much. So just keep that in mind as you're watching the video. If you have any tips, if you see anything that I don't mention, then definitely talk about it in the comments if you want. I'm sure Dylan would appreciate any help out there. Okay. So, Rammus is probably topside, as we talked about in the last video. Dylan commissioned several of these as well, so we're going to be talking about some themes over several of them that he requested. But yeah, you want to be kind of fading towards the bottom side. As I talked about last time, if you think the jungler's on the top side of the map, you want to kind of, hug this side of the lane. That way, if he comes in powerball, this way or whatever, then you still might be able to escape through the river. This is a pretty bad position for the lane. This is exactly where you don't want to be. Now, it should push back out towards you. I would not roam. Maybe. I'm not sure about getting this. I mean, they are top. You do have a way to break the shield with your Hurricane. If you can get back and catch most of this wave, I'm just not 100% if this is worth or not. If she cuts you off here, that's going to be really bad. I feel my instinct is to say that's probably not worth, because you don't take Scuttle that early and you probably just lost I don't know, 4 or 5 minions to the tower. And I just don't know the experience differential off the top of my head, like how much Scuttle is worth versus how much it's worth losing 3 or 4 lane minions. I think they were just like maybe 1 melee and a couple of like 3 casters. It's close. Yeah, he did show top. I'm just... Like I said, I'm just not sure if it was... Like, I just don't know the experience breakpoints on that. I think it's worth. If you get it, if you lose 4 minions in lane, I think it's worth gold and experience, but I'm not 100%. It was definitely riskier. Nice. Okay, good. Well, she's going to lose a lot. She doesn't have teleport either, so that worked out. Yeah, I'd push this one wave and then back. Let's push it as fast as you can and just back. You don't have teleport either. I'm trying to think. You probably... I don't know if you want the plate. I don't think you're going to be able to get the plate. I think the plate's too greedy. Maybe. I guess you'll get it. No, you didn't. She's there, and now you have a really bad back timing, so if you... I mean, she might even kill you. You're probably going to have to flash. You better flash right now. Yeah, I would have flashed. I think that was overstay on the plate, because you didn't have a cannon minion there. Death timers are really low early on. So I probably would have just... Even pushing the wave might have been too much. Maybe you could have split the difference and just killed the melees and then left the range alone. But ideally, you just put it into the tower and then you back and then you get here so that she can't push you in like this. Now, you're going to catch most of this. Okay. So if you get most of this, that's okay. I mean, you did give her a kill, which is bad, but at least you're not losing a lot of the experience. Now, she's up quite a bit of CS. I mean, it's just a skill matchup, Alistair. Most Yasuo matchups are skill matchups. Alistair saying it's a tough matchup for him. I mean, if you can use your tornado to knock her out of the air when she's trying to go in for her E, or if you can just sidestep her E, it's okay. I mean, your win wall is not going to get a lot of mileage versus her, obviously, so there is that. But I think it's, like I said, I'm not an expert on these matchups, but I feel like it's not one that's like just run away, her favor. I don't think it was really like what happened was matchup dependent. I think it was just straight up just overstaying on a wave. Oh, nice. See, there we go. She had item advantage. She got the jump on him, and he was still able to just outplay it and win anyway. So I don't really think I just think it's a question of how well you play here. I don't think you're too much handicapped, if at all, playing Yasuo in this matchup. Okay, so I would just leave. Good. I know it's kind of low-hanging fruit. It's bait, because it's kind of low there. But yeah, I would have been scared of Rammus right there too. So okay, well, Kha'Zix is going to force her to back, so that's nice. So you're getting probably the shield bow, right? I know that shield bow, I think the recent changes were supposed to not be that great for Yasuo, but I'm not 100% about that. It gives attack speed now. It's a bigger shield. It's more attack speed. It's probably better against tanky things, but maybe not squishy all-in champs. Oh. Nice. Okay. You're playing it very well. Micro side. Yeah, and she's paying the price. But yeah, I like that you're respecting Rammus. Yep, there he is. That is smart. This should crash. I think she's still going to miss most of this. Yeah. So you did get denied probably like 6 or 7, but there's just no way you get those. Oh my god. Kill him? Nice. Was that shut down too? Okay, I don't think it was a big shutdown. Bard's kind of roaming. Okay, that was a good control word up there. Lilia top lane, huh? Yeah, you're kind of getting frozen out. I think she might still be stronger than you right now. Well, I don't know. You've beaten her in the last 2 fights. It's been very close, though. I don't remember if she had Hearthbound. Sheen's the big item, but you beat her when she had Sheen. Okay, Rammus is top. She's headed up there, obviously. It's not good. I would ping them back. Maybe rotate up. Yeah, I'd rotate up. See if you can catch her in river. Okay, she's gone. You don't want to stack lifesteal, I don't think, with Yasuo. Not early. It kind of depends on what you're doing. I don't know. You want to get crit, right? That's the obvious one. You want 2 items with crit immediately, so... Maybe Bloodthirster. But maybe it should just be a Zeal item too. They like Phantom Dancer or something. Bloodthirster is very expensive. It probably depends on how you're doing in the game, sort of what you're up against, and if they're gonna get Grievous. Rammus is like for sure gonna get Thornmail, so it does give crit, but it's way more expensive, and Rammus like 100% is gonna get Thornmail second item. It's because it synergizes so well with his kit, so you're gonna lose some value off of that. Is Zeal bad? Yeah, like I said, I just don't know. I just don't play these matchups. Oh yeah, Infinity Edge, of course. Infinity Edge second. Wait, why would you go BT after IE though? Does he have like beyond 100% scaling on his crit? I can't remember. Because 2 items gets you to 100%, right? Or pretty close. I guess that gets you to 80%. Hey, what's up, Sammy? But yeah, it should pretty much be Infinity Edge second, because you get that threshold early off Yasuo and Yone.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that sounds good then. Lethality seems bad, yeah. They've changed his passive around so much, and like I said, I just haven't played him, and I just rarely talk about him in depth on tier lists because he's just usually not near the top of the because he's just such a one-trick specialist champ. Okay. You can counter with Rift. Okay, yeah. See if you go to kill top. Try to go see what he does. He might be running. Okay, just go do Rift. He ran. I would just go do Rift. I think you walked over a ward, most likely. I think you're wasting too much time here. I would just do Rift with Kha'Zix right now. Alright, that's a big lost opportunity. She's going to get pressure middle now, and you're not going to be able to do it. She's probably going to rotate over and help. You need to help Kha'Zix. Yeah, Camille's about to roll up. Yeah. Oh, nice. So that was cool. You got out. That was good. But as soon as you ran up here, as soon as he left and he didn't show on the next wave, just that's it. He's gone. You probably walked over a ward, and then because Kha'Zix was here, I would have just immediately done Rift. It's debatable whether you even try to gank top after he snaps back with his W or whatever it is. It's going to be so hard to gank him. So I probably would have just done Rift immediately and pinged it with Kha'Zix. Because you guys could have had Rift, and then after you get Rift, you know, just drop it and crack top. And that would have given Lilia more roaming opportunities. So it was a pretty big lost opportunity, I think. Oof. Just gonna get a kill. He better E through this. Wow. What? He got knocked up to the moon. It would have killed him anyways, even if it hadn't been bugged. That just looked really silly. Okay, you got Dragon coming up soon. I would use this control ward on Dragon. I don't know, man. I think this might be a little Yasuo-itis here. Maybe. Galio, though? I mean, I guess you do have Flash. And she's low. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. I guess maybe I'm just too scared of that Galio. I mean, I guess if you knew they didn't have Psalms... And you are pretty fed. I just always get nervous of a melee trying to run up 1v2 versus Galio plus carry. Jinx is not that strong yet, though. She doesn't have Kraken or anything. Or I guess she did have Gale Force, but... Alright, good call. I guess if you were keeping track of her sums, I haven't been keeping track of their sums bottom while we've been talking about everything else, but... If you, like, 100% knew she didn't have Flash or Heal. Jinx is an easy gank with Bard's ult. Not as easy as you might think with Gale Force. Nice. Clean up. I mean, pretty much Gale Force should allow her to dodge Bard's ult if she's paying attention. How'd you even die here? Let me see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, he just kind of took one for the team. You did a lot of damage, though, in there. That was probably worth. There's not really any way you're getting out of that, I don't think. I mean, maybe you could have danced around the minions a little bit more. There's probably, you know, like a challenger Yasuo probably could have gotten out of that, but I think that was reasonable. Just, I mean, you were hitting a bunch of people, AoE, you know, with the Qs, so... Trap, Caitlyn. Okay, nice. Oh, what? The bee. Oh, you got taunted too. Okay, well then there's definitely nothing you're doing about it. You might actually consider a Quicksilver Sash. After Infinity Edge. Doesn't Mercurial have crit on it now too, or am I making that up? I'm not sure. You don't even have to turn it into the full Mercurial, but especially against Rammus, because like there's, you know, you're gonna get taunted pretty much every fight by Rammus. It feels kind of bad because, you know, they don't have hardly any magic damage on their team outside of Galio, but like this right here is a great example of why you'd want QSS. It can also get you out of Jinx Chompers. I'm not sure, but, you know, just having more damage is good too. Okay, I would let them know that they need to leave because they're about to get flanked. Like, I would be spam pinging around here right now because if they flank and kill them, then that's going to be Baron. Kha'Zix is just, like, randomly bottom. Okay, they need to run. Okay, I guess instead of flanking, they just chose to back. If they would have just, like, if Rammus would have flanked right there, I'm pretty sure they would have killed all of you, but... QSS is better, because they can't break it. In this specific scenario against, First of all, you don't have to commit the full 2,900 gold to get the effect. You just have to pay 1,300. Depends on the champion, but usually QSS, if you just really want to get away from the CC, is better. Because you only have to pay 1,300 for it. And they can't pop it with poke or anything like that. Okay. They're all up. Yeah, I wouldn't be there. Gonna... Especially against Rammus. You can't really split. Oh. Oh god. Okay. I mean, you can outplay them like that. I suppose that's alright. Yeah, the MR is a problem. I mean, hell, if you're just busting them up like that, maybe it's fine. With the BT shield plus Immortal Shield Bow. Because, I mean, that is one thing, is like, if he taunts you, you're still auto-attacking. Like, you're still doing a lot of damage, you just can't move around. But it's not like you're not doing damage when you get taunted. So, maybe it is better just to go for the bigger damage. It'd be nice if Bard got Mikhail's, but he's probably not going to do that. It's pretty brutal. Let this go. Yasuo, why did you make us fight around raptors? Why'd you make us 3v5? I don't think I would show here. I think they're just gonna come kill you, right? I would have just backed. I mean, it sucks, but I just don't think you can get anything. That was a nice stop. Yeah, I would not have shown right there. Because, like, you know they're there doing dragon. You know what I mean? And there's no way you're getting out with Camille and Rammus. Like, they're immediately gonna run down there. Even if you show and just clear that one lane and just walk into this bush and back, like, they're gonna be there within, you know, the 5 seconds before you back, so. I mean, he also kind of outscales armor. It just depends. But you're gonna die. Like, yeah, you can get through armor, but at a certain point, you know, Jinx is just gonna, like, 3-shot you. Or Camille. Because that is the thing about Yasuo, is you do get a lot of damage, but with most builds, you're not that tanky, right? You're relying pretty heavily on just your shields and your lifesteal off your items, but, you know, it's not going to be as tanky as something like Asterix. Yeah. Yeah, tilt's understandable. You just gotta understand that people are just pretty much always gonna ping, because they don't understand that they shouldn't have taken that fight. People just don't understand you don't have to take fights. They just think, oh, somebody's there, we gotta fight. Well, we had to fight. Why aren't you there? You know, it's like, okay, Jinx is top, but this is a problem with Yasuo potentially. Is it's hard to, like, you can outplay, but it's hard to make plays, especially in a 5v5. Like, you don't have a great engage. I mean, if you get like a huge tornado, this is probably too dangerous to flank, because that's likely going to be warded at this point in the game. Really high probability that's warded. And Bard's just not controlling the vision that well, so. I mean, flanking in general can be a good idea, but especially, you know, with Rammus, if they see you on wards trying to flank, they can run over and lock you down, so. Rammus is obviously not your friend, if you're playing Yasuo. Okay, is he gonna get him? Okay, nice. Wow, that's slow. Okay, good. Just crank the bear in here. Should be free. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, the Bard ult was questionable. But I do also think, you know, like I said, you didn't have to be in that situation, though. Just kind of... Even though, you know, once again, you didn't have, like, absolute proof that that was warded, you just gotta assume that, you know, if they're pushing mid, and you don't have a control ward in this bush, this is gonna be warded, like, you know, 90% of the time. If the support's been around that area, that's, like, #1 place you're gonna ward is blue side, is probably this bush. Or right here, right? Like, they could have also warded this bush, and if they warded the corner, it would have seen you coming around. So, like, 99% either this or this is going to be warded. Or even, like, here, if they had a ward here, it probably would have seen you. So anytime you're going in, like, this triangle of doom here, you just have to assume it's warded unless it's recently been swept. Okay, Bloodthirster. I would definitely... I feel like I would definitely get a QSS right now after Bloodthirster. Okay, he blew Ghost. Oh, okay, that's... could be bad. Yeah, it was kind of a bait. Like, I was like, I mean, that was cool that he hit it, but I was also just thinking that might bait you guys into taking a bad fight. Because you're still so deep into their territory. Oh god, Jinx is gonna kill everybody. Yeah, so let's look at this one more time. That's one of those where it's like, it seems like it could be good, but actually is bad. So Rammus is kind of low. Get the slow, but Caitlyn stopped. So if Caitlyn would have been coming like directly behind you, I think this would have been better. But she's really late because she stopped walking. So that's one of those things where it's like, I think you're right. If Caitlyn goes with you there, I think that's okay, but because she didn't, then I think you gotta call it off, which is unfortunate because I think she should have gone with you. But the reality is she just didn't, so I think that's one of those where it's tough to lay that down because it feels like you know, you were making the right play, but your teammate just didn't. And so you got to look at it and just say, hey, you know what? She turned, she's going middle, so I got to call this off and back up. Which sucks. I mean, I make that mistake all the time. Like, when it's really close to an engage and somebody just does something, like, random, like just goes to go farm instead of following. That's one of my biggest weaknesses, too, so just always keep looking at that mini-map right before you're going to engage and just make sure people are on your page. And ping it a lot, too. Just spam ping, like assist, 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 go, 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 go. And that will help, you know, encourage them to make the right play. But you got to still look because they just may not. So, yeah, you still had like 3 seconds, I think, to abort because she started running away. You know, you were about right here, and she went this way right there, so I think you still had 3 to 5 seconds. So that was pretty big, too. That gave Jinx several kills. It's one of those, you know, I always have different phrases for it. I haven't found a super catchy one that sticks, but it's like basically the right play, but not the correct play for that situation. Right in theory, not correct in practice. Well, I guess maybe you could say it was the optimal play, but not the correct play. Oof. What is Bard doing, man? Why is he there? I don't know. I mean, you can't really control him. I really don't know what he was thinking. I guess maybe he was trying to get some wards in or something, but Rammus just, like, forces you to just be so careful, because he just punishes bad macros so hard. He's gonna get jumped here. Yeah. I don't know why he went that way. He should have just, like, backed in this bush or something. I don't know why he's messing with them. He's just gonna bait you all into dying. Right when Baron's spawning too, it's like he's lucky enough to assassinate somebody. He should have just backed in a bush. Okay. Run. Yeah, the Galio taunt too is another reason for Quicksilver Sash. I don't think that's worth. I probably would not have done that because they're going to be behind you. There's an extremely high probability you're going to die if you do that. So, like, in the abstract, you know, again, trading one death for inhibitor can be good. But given the context that Baron was spawning in under a minute right there, it's probably bad. I don't know. You do have a lot of pressure mid. Maybe they don't do it. It's questionable. your team looks like they were able to push up mid far enough and establish control here to where they're not going to be able to Baron, so it did end up working out. It's tough to say. It's just like, with Baron spawning in under a minute, you're basically making it a 4v5 for your team to defend it. So, have to look at the lane positions. I mean, you did have mid pushed all the way up with it. Everyone else was like in position to defend Baron. Yeah, I mean, one inhib for Baron, like I said, in the abstract is good, but it's just like, can your team defend a 4v5 at the Baron? Because I don't think trading inhibitor for Baron in the current meta is worth. I think Baron is just too strong, but your team did a good job working with it. So it ended up being the correct play given sort of how your team followed up, but I'm not sure if that would be the thing you'd want to do every play or every time you see that opportunity. It's close. It's close. Okay, you definitely do not want to be top right here because this is soul point. That's 100%. You don't want to do that. This, especially because you don't have teleports. I think that's a pretty big blunder. Your team might be able to outplay it. No, they don't. Yeah, I mean, you do kind of want to split, but this is sort of what we talked about in the last coaching session as well, is that if you take Ignite, it does help you out in the laning phase, but you're going to have to sacrifice side farm and macro positioning later on in the game because you don't have teleport. So, like, yes, in theory, split pushing can be good, and Yasuo is someone that you definitely want to put a lot of gold on, but without the teleport, it's tough. So yeah, I would push this up right here. I think that's okay, but right now I would rotate down with your team. Because this dragon's coming up in like 40 seconds at this point. I would not stop for golems. I would have just gone straight south. Because your team's positioning for a fight. So yeah, I think you could have definitely been here. And yeah, now it's going to be up in 15 seconds. I think that would have been perfect. If you just pushed that one wave and then rotated bottom. You may have even had time for golems. But since your team was in such a precarious position, if they were like so close to fighting anyways, I would have been here. The thing, number one, you can't count on them not to fight. They're clearly like jockeying to fight. And that's just in silver, that's just going to happen. They're going to fight. So that's number one. But number two, this is soul. Like, you guys have soul point right there as well. So even if they don't fight, even if they're smart and they're like, hey, we don't have Yasuo, we're not going to fight. It's like a 10% chance they do that. But even if they do that, you still basically have to give up Dragon because it would have been a 4v5. So, yeah, but, I mean, like I was saying, number one, they're going to fight. But number two, you would basically have to give up soul. So if you did want to split somewhere, I would have split bottom because it's close to the dragon. You always want to try to play to the side where the objective is. Especially if you don't have TP. So, like I said, I think pushing that out's fine, but then I would have gone middle, pushed up middle, put them in their base, just A-rammed it, put them in their base, and then go back, set up for dragon, you know, bring a control ward with you, and force them to fight you for soul, and then if you win, the wave's already close to their base, you can just walk it in. Especially because you had Baron. But yeah, I think that was a pretty big one. If you do want to start taking, you know, some of these, you know, more side waves and things like that, I think there's definitely an argument for taking teleport. You're not going to have as many kills early, and you kind of do need the pressure early to get ahead, but, you know, if you think the game's going to go long and you want the option to split, then you could consider teleport. It just kind of depends. I'm not 100% sure which matchups you want to do that on, or do that in, but GA's okay, but I would have probably just done Quicksilver Sash. Because, like, if you die with GA, you're probably just going to die again. Well, people use silver to be pejorative, but it really shouldn't be. Kind of what Sammy's saying. He said he was offended to be called a silver. I mean,
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
it's just a rank at the end of the day, right? But that's what most people are. You know, it's like someone calling you average at the game. That's not what they mean, though, because people think silver is, like, below average. Right? People in their mind, I think, somehow think of, like, platinum as average. Or something along those lines. Or some people even think of platinum as really low, and, like, low diamond as average. It's like, low diamond might be average or below average for streamers. Like, high-end streamers, but for the general population... you know, silver, I think silver 2 or silver 3 is the average elo. Oh, you want to be offended today? There's nothing wrong with being silver. It's just like, hey, I play the game and I'm about as good as everybody else at the game on average. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so next objective is Baron. It's probably like 2 minutes. We don't have timers, but just push up middle. You guys do not want to be isolated. You're playing into their hands. They have Camille and they have Rammus. So, like, they're just going to pick people off. If you walk on a ward, they're going to kill you. Or Caitlyn, they're going to kill her. This is just really not where y'all want to be. I would just push up middle as a team. Especially when Kha'Zix is down. It's a 4v5 on the map. You guys don't have an amazing team fight. It's okay. I think theirs is better. With Jinx and Rammus able to kind of frontline. Fortunately, he didn't go lock it. But yeah, it's just death. Yeah, you just can't. I mean, you might be wondering, well, what are you supposed to do? I think you just have to farm your jungle and just put down wards and just stay the hell back. You probably have one of these controllers is probably yours, but now you guys are in this. This was what we saw last game too. Was now you're in the very difficult position of either Soul or Baron. Now you have option of Soul this time though. Last time you guys didn't have Soul, so. They did lose Rammus. Yeah, probably a little bit, Sammy, but that's okay, man. I mean, not by much. Silver 4 is probably like, I don't know, the 45th percentile or something. So, yeah, I would, can you guys even get this? Kha'Zix is dead. I would just trade Baron. I don't think you're going to be able to get it, though. I'm trying to, how did they get caught? Just Rammus? This is why just highly mobile tanky shit is just OP in solo queue most of the time, because there's just so many people that just are always out of position. So right here, I don't know. Kha'Zix should have just run. You know, I maybe would have just given him Soul. Just give him Soul and just take Baron. I think is because I just don't think you guys are gonna win a 5v5, especially with you being dead right there. It's so hard though to give him Soul. Obviously Soul is better, but I just if you try to go for Dragon, I feel like they're gonna get everything. They're gonna kill you all, they're gonna get Dragon, and they're gonna get Baron, and then they're just gonna win, which I think is what's about to happen right now. So yeah, this is partially why, I mean, earlier, like, that's the biggest thing was the split push top when Soul was up. I know we talked about that a ton, but that was so crucial for you guys to get that soul, because they're just going to outscale you so hard with Jinx that at that point when they denied you the soul, that was definitely the beginning of the end. As you guys are kind of on the clock here. Because Jinx is just going to slaughter you in a team fight, and it's going to be extremely difficult to run past the Rammus and the Galio. They just have more tankiness than you, more CC, and probably just a lot more damage at this point. I mean, maybe Rammus or like Kha'Zix can catch people in transit when they're rotating between lanes, but the only really good target for him to kill is probably Jinx. I mean, he can try to fight Yasuo and Yone, but you know, both of them have defensive items. They both have GAs. Like, it's gonna be extremely difficult. Huh. That's right, Sammy. I mean, sometimes just small adjustments, though, can make huge improvements. You know, you don't have to play like a challenger to get out of silver, right? You just have to play like a gold person to get into gold, so. So, like, oftentimes really small things can lead to huge improvements. It's gonna be extremely difficult for y'all to solve this. So I think one thing is just being a little more aware of threat in general. Just be much more cautious in side lanes. And I would probably just, if you're not gonna take teleport, I would just ignore side lanes most of the time, or play to the strong side of the map. So play where the objective is, play where your jungler is on that side of the map if you're gonna play side lanes at all. But that's just something that you're giving up a lot of times when you take Ignite. Like, you're banking on snowballing hard early off of Ignite, and in exchange for that, you're losing side lane pressure because you don't have teleport. So I think just respecting that a little bit more, pushing out top on that play, that was the biggest play, I think, of the game, as far as, like, from your perspective, that would have improved your chances dramatically. Because you guys had Baron, the rest of your team had position in order to get that dragon, and if they contest you, even if they steal the dragon but they lose the fight horribly, then you still win the game because you have Baron and you had open inhibitor mid with super pushing. So all you have to do is force them to fight around dragon. They were gonna do it. They were willing to fight you for soul, and I think it would have put them in a really bad position, the enemy team. Either they give you soul or they fight you. If they lose the fight, they lose the game. So I think that was the best opportunity. But that was a common theme in a couple of instances in both games where you were just maybe not reading the situation correctly, and it was because of the side lane. So in that one, we've talked about that, rotating down. There are a couple other ones where, like, they were doing dragon, and I think it was in this game with the Yasuo. I can't remember if it was this or the Akali game, but you tried to clear bottom. Yeah, it was this game because they had Rammus. You tried to clear bottom, and it's like they just have too much mobility. Like, you have to respect it. Like, this Rammus and this Camille, you know, can be on top of you in 10 seconds or less from almost anywhere in the map. So, and they have a lot of, like, CC and lockdown that's difficult to escape. And you might be able to 1v1 some of them, but hell, I mean, sometimes you're even able to 2v1 them, but they're gonna catch you in enough of those situations where eventually it's gonna catch up to you. Bad jungle fight near mid. I can't remember that one, but yeah, there were some other instances too. But yeah, just being careful of the ganks, and that sort of happened as well when you were trying to take that plate as Akali, right? You're greeting out for that plate. And I was talking about, you know, we knew they were going to rotate back through vision, and you thought you could escape through middle, but they just had too much mobility and they got on you and killed you anyways. So yeah, just, you know, calibrating the threat, you know, when you're trying to either split push or when you don't follow on a roam. and you're just trying to push waves, just be aware and just try to be a little more cautious about, you know, them rotating back on you, right? And there was also the other time where you overstayed for a plate and then Camille just rolled up and 1v1'd you in the lane as well. So I think you're doing a lot of stuff really well. I think the individual fights, like the mechanics, I think you're hitting a lot of skill shots. You're making, like, you made some really good outplays, you know, with Camille versus Yasuo mid. Even when you were down items early because Camille had a couple of kills. So that's good. I think the individual fighting, like, is pretty good. It's just reading the situations, and especially when you play these dangerous champs that don't have great escapes. Yasuo is a prime example of that, but even Akali, it's harder to escape than it used to be because I think you have to point click and, like, go through somebody with your R now, and it's on a much longer cooldown. So it's, both of them are pretty easy to gank and pretty easy to punish if they're out of position, so you got to make sure you're definitely on point with that. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things I've noticed that could really help you improve your percentages, is just reading the map, just being a little more cautious, and just really just focusing on those good situations where you're winning these fights instead of getting flanked and ganked. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. We'll have some more videos coming from Dylan soon. If you'd like a coaching session out there, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. I'm happy to set that up for you. You know, I prefer to do it on stream while you're there so I can kind of, you know, have a conversation with you about it if you have any questions. But I can also record it off stream as well. If you don't have time to make it to the streams, you just prefer it off stream, I can even make it, you know, a private video or whatever, not post it up on the channel if you prefer that for some reason. We can do that. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time. Yeah, R is point click. R2 is any direction. Yeah, so your first jump has to be to someone else. But so Akali does have some escapes. She can get away from stuff. Not as easily as some, you know, mid laners, but she has some, you know, potential there. But Yasuo, you're pretty much like, you got to just fight your way out of it. So you got to be careful. But anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it for the stream. Thank you all very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow around 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might be a little low on sleep, so it might be closer to midnight, realistically. But I'll try to make it 11:30 to midnight. Yeah, no, that's true. And I mean, these champions are really hard. Like, you're picking, like, the hardest champions in the game to play. So I know it's very easy to let a lot of stuff slip through the cracks. But I think those are a couple of things that are relatively simple fixes that can help you out a ton. But yeah, your fighting itself is pretty good when you actually get into, like, you know, 1v1s and team fights and stuff like that. I think for the most part it's pretty solid. It's just watching out for those side lanes and then being a little more careful when you pull the trigger on the fights. That happened more in the Akali games, but just, you know, watching the mini map and making sure your team's on board with it, and just pinging stuff too, just pinging to let your team know, you know, when you want to go in, and that way it gives them a bit more notice. So they may not necessarily follow up, but they're more likely to do it if you communicate with them in that way. But anyways, okay, well, that's going to be it. Thank you very much.